Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a G.I. Joe figure, which is kind of random and weird for me since I'm not really a G.I. Joe guy. Okay, my history is I'm a toy collector, obviously, and I'm always looking out for the next thing. I'm always looking for like whatever toy line that interests me, and a while back, I had been seeing a lot of G.I. Joe figures, and I've been kind of like interested in them, kind of eyeing them, kind of like, there might be something here. I might be interested in this. So I saw a couple figures, and they were on sale, and I picked them up, and they were the Snake Eyes, and then I guess the white Snake Eyes. I don't know his name. He's Snake Eyes, but he's in a white costume. And they were the movie figures because the movie Snake Eyes had just came out, and so they made all these movie figures. And to be perfectly honest, not the biggest fan of those figures. I thought they were cool looking, but as far as like toys go, underwhelmed essentially. Kinda disappointed, I wasn't super into them, to be perfectly honest. That's just where it is. That's where my opinion lies. Just didn't love them. And then I kept seeing more G.I. Joe figures. After that, essentially, I was like, okay, not into G.I. Joes. That's fine. I won't collect these. Then a couple years pass, and I got a job at Ross. And if you know anything about Ross, essentially, it's like a discount store. Other companies send their unsold product to Ross, and we resell it at a lower price. And that includes toys. So at Ross, we've been getting a lot of G.I. Joes, and I've been ignoring a lot of them because, like I said, I wasn't super blown away by those other G.I. Joes, so I was like, whatever. They're cool, but then whatever. They're too... I don't have enough money to be collecting stuff I don't care about. So, but then I saw a couple of G.I. Joe figures that looked really, really interesting. This wasn't one of them. It's another figure that I haven't filmed yet, but I grabbed it, I opened it up, and I fell in love. I loved that figure so much. I thought it was such a cool figure. Came with a lot of accessories. It looked really, really cool. It articulated really, really well. I haven't filmed it yet. Spoiler alert, I open my figures before I film them so I can see how they are. And then I bought another one, and I'm like, okay, maybe that was a fluke. Let's see how this other one goes. And the other one was really, really good. Like, really, really good. Like, blown away by that, too. And because I'm getting these from Ross, I'm only spending a couple bucks each on these figures, so I come across this guy, Snake Eyes, and I thought, okay, I started my G.I. Joe journey on a Snake Eyes that disappointed me. This is also a Snake Eyes, and it comes with a dog. I do love dogs, so I thought, okay, we'll give it one more shot. Maybe the past two are flukes. Let's see how I feel about this one. So that's where we're at today with this G.I. Joe's and Timber 2-pack, I guess. I've been seeing a lot of these G.I. Joes with animals. I guess, spoiler alert, the other G.I. Joe I got came with Crocodile. And so far that one's pretty cool. And then there's one at Target I keep seeing. It's like a cop guy. He has like a mustache. And he comes with like a bulldog. And I really want to get that because that bulldog's adorable. But it's also $40. So I'm like, frick. Considering the fact that the past two packs I've gotten have been $11, so it's a little bit more difficult to justify that when I'm not sure if I'm in on G.I. Joes. I think I might be in on G.I. Joes. I don't know. I don't know anything about G.I. Joes, but based on the past two I've gotten, and we'll see how this one goes. Based on those two, I might be in on G.I. Joes. I don't know anything about them, so I'm gonna have to do all the research and figure out who. I know Joe. He's the blonde guy, right? He was played by Channing Tatum, right? That's like my extent of my knowledge for G.I. Joes. So I need to get him. There's also a guy. He's a black guy, bald. I think it was played by the white guy, or not the white guy. The guy from White Chicks. That's why I confused White with, yeah. He was the guy from White Chicks who flexed his pec muscles, and he took the one of the sisters on the date. Him, I can't think of his name right now. He's super funny. He's also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's like not the lead surgeon, but he's like the second in command, I guess, is his character. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but he's super funny in that show. But basically, there's that guy. I think he played that guy in the movie. I think. I might be completely wrong and just embarrassing myself right now, but there's that action figure. I want to get him. I want to get Duke. Duke is his name, not Joe. G.I. Joe is nobody, right? There is no G.I. Joe. But I'm talking about Duke. He's the blonde guy. And I guess I got to get Cobra Commander and all the bad guys. I don't know who the bad guys are, and I don't know who the heroes are. To be perfectly honest, I might have some of the good guys. I might have some of the bad guys. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe. But I'm into it. So let's stop rambling and get into the packaging. Of course, this is the windowless packaging. They're back to windowed packaging. I saw at Target, they're all... there's only a few more that are windowless, and then they're phasing back into windowed, I suppose, because the one I saw was windowed. I don't know. But this is Snake Eyes and Timber. Timber is, of course, this cool-looking wolf down here in the corner. I don't think I can show you the side of the box. It's 52, Snake Eyes and Timber. It's all those logos. I can't, it's too big to fit in the screen. This is pretty much everything you get, I guess. You have Snake Eyes and you have Timber and all these guns and swords and whatever that is. And that's about it, I guess. We can go back. There's some artwork right here. It looks pretty cool. Oh, it's just continuing the artwork from the front. That's cool. This artwork's really pretty. It's just, you know how people are about windowless packaging. The artwork can look really, really good. Doesn't really matter. People just don't like it. But I digress. So let's go ahead and get into the figure itself, starting with a transition. Okay, so this is pretty much all you get. You do get a lot of stuff. That was some weird packaging, to be perfectly honest. The thing that's kind of throwing me for a loop, this is a Hasbro toy line, right? Hasbro also makes Marvel Legends. Why do these get so many accessories and Marvel Legends get nothing? I don't get it. Because I just bought a 2-pack. Well, not just, but like I've bought multiple 2-packs recently from Marvel Legends. And the amount of accessories that those action figures get compared to this 2-pack, I understand it's a wolf and a guy, so it's a little bit different. But the amount of accessories these guys get compared to Marvel Legends is actually insane. Like the whole pile of loot is right here, and you can see it's a pile. And then there's also like a gun on him that I put on there. Just the difference between these two lines, I don't get it. It's made by the same company. Why do they not have the same standards? I guess. So that's annoying. The packaging is super weird. It's like these two came in like their own little slip, and it was like a cardboard, and they had like rope string instead of like the twist ties, and then these came in like a box of its own, and then those were like taped into cardboard, and it's like super weird packaging. I don't understand the packaging for these figures. But I digress. So I guess, where do I start? There's a lot. I should go over Timber because, well, it's a dog. So let's get the dog out of the way. I wish this came in like a brown color, because then it would look like my dog Cody, and he is a handsome boy. He's not like a wolf. He's like a German Shepherd, but they look similar enough. Cody's significantly smaller than this dog, but isn't this such a kitty, my tootie? Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Obviously, I'm joking, but it does look pretty cute. And then you have this alternate head sculpt here that's like a little more stoic, regular-looking dog. Let's actually put that on, because He's scaring me with his growling. Put that on like so. This is such a interesting figure. Oh my god, I just thought of like the worst. You just put like a placard and oh my god, I would hate that. I hate people who do that. Display their kills. Ugh, disgusting. But if that's something you wanted to do, I guess that is something you could do. Just don't talk to me about it. Yeah, super interesting figure. I guess I haven't had many animal figures. So this is a first for me, but it's kind of cool. You have the tail that can go like down, rotate all the way around, however you want it. If it's a happy dog, maybe it's wagging. It looks a little weird, maybe like that. I don't know. However you want to display the tail. Dogs' tails are very interesting, so you can be in a happy mood, or he can be kind of grumpy, something like that. The legs, of course, they move like so, up and down. They have joints here, here, and here, so it can go. This is a lot. I understand why this would be a $40 2-pack, and I'm glad I got it for $12 because, oh my god. But, wow, the range of motion on these are pretty good. And then it rotates like so. I assume it rotates, yep, right there, just a little bit. It doesn't rotate. Well, actually, no, it can rotate all the way around if you need it to. So if he needs to stand in a weird position, it rotates up and down like so. This one's a little more tight. It moves, but just barely, and then rotates right there. I'm not going to do both sides. I'm just going to do the one side. And then also it kind of goes in and out just a little bit. It's on like a little ball like so. And then, of course, the body itself will go up and down like so. Lots of motion in this figure alone. The arm up here can do the same thing the arm back here can do. Leg can go up, leg can go down, rotates all the way around like so. This one can go up and down, foot can go up and down and rotate all the way around like so. I hope I'm getting this in the shot. I'm mostly looking at the figure. Head can move around. Neck can't really move too much. It can move, just not a lot. When I was looking at this earlier, I was trying to get him to like be in that little cute dog position where they're like laying on one leg and like propped up, the other leg's kind of chilling. It wasn't quite working out. I was trying to do like that. You know how dogs are, where they're just chilling like so. My dogs lay like this all the time, right? It doesn't quite work. It's close, but it looks more like he's injured than anything. But he's chilling right there, just like a dog. You have this. Oh yeah, this cool little not crossbow, but you know, something else. The thing that's cool about all these weapons are super fascinating. And again, it's the same company, same sculpts. I don't know why we can't get these guns for like a Punisher or like a Deadpool. It's always something different. But the quality of these guns, like you can pull this out. So what's cool about this? It's like a zipline launcher type thing. So you can attach a string right there in the hole, attach another string right there in that hole, and then shoots up like that, attaches, boom, there you go. Now you have a zip line or whatever, just like that. And you can pull it out just like so. I wish it came with the string. It doesn't, but it's still cool that it has that feature if you wanted it. So liking that. We'll set that gun right there. Next up is this cool looking sword and sheath. So this actually goes on the figure. I'll show you that in a little bit. The sword goes in like so. Looking pretty cool. I like the design of this sword. Come back out, please. It has like a little trigger right there for him to hold in his hand. So it fits very nicely for the figure. And then the sheath, of course, looks cool. The annoying thing about this sheath is how hard it is to get on the figure, but I digress. It's still pretty cool to have in your collection. We'll talk about that when we get to the figure. We have this gun right here, and I already mentioned how I love these guns because of stuff like that. You can pull out the clip, so now he's out of ammo or whatever, or like if you just want to decorate a scene with like a whole bunch of empty clips and like broken guns. Of course, you can't see it on the camera screen, but if you wanted to do that, that works too, and it looks really, really good. And I assume these aren't the same clips. They are, actually. So if you wanted to, you could, like, do, like, a little animation, pull this one out. like that, looking pretty good. Or vice versa, plug this into here like so, looking good. Same with this gun, like I mentioned, you can plop out the ammo, plop it back in, everything looking pretty good. The only downside to these weapons are the paint applications, obviously. These aren't highly detailed guns, and they don't have like the best paint, they're just solid black. But still, I appreciate stuff like this. I think that's really, really cool. I think that's going above and beyond. You know, if you really want your guns to look nice, you can paint it yourself. I just appreciate the, I guess, articulation of the guns, if that's how you want to describe it. And then each gun, of course, has a little hole there. So if you have, like, your Black Widow with the blast effects, you can just plug those in so now it looks like they're firing. Or, like I'll mention with this pistol right here. So you have this pistol right here on the figure itself. You just plug in this little silencer like so. Now you have a silencer. You don't want it, take it out like so. And then same thing there. You can apply a little blast effect, focus, right there in the gun. And that is super duper cool. I love that detail. And then of course his, like I pulled it out of the figure. It all fits right like so. Just plug it in, shloop, plug this in, shloop. Love that. Of course, it keeps sliding down the leg of the figure, and I don't like that. And then we have one more gun right here, this little Uzi. Same situation as the pistol ace, and you can apply that little silencer on right there. The clip doesn't come out of this one, though, unfortunately, but this is a smaller gun with a smaller clip and everything, so it's a little bit more difficult to pull off, but it still looks great, feels great. I love this gun, so happy to have that. We have another weapon on the figure itself. I forgot I put this here. We have this little knife on the figure, like so. Just plug that back into his little knife pocket. And then this is where the little sword would plug into on his back. And yeah, like I said, I don't love that. Well, actually, it just went in perfectly the first time. When I tried earlier, it was such a pain to get it to actually go into the little hole, so super annoying right there. Pull that out. This comes off. Actually, the head comes off. The head comes off way too easily, in my opinion. When I was moving it around off camera, it was popping off every few seconds. So that comes off if you wanted it to, and then it doesn't like pop. So it's like, is it in? But that's like as hard as I can push. So it's like, and then it comes right back off. So I don't know. I don't love this head. But then you have this little scarf thing, and for some reason, should I have kept the head off? Probably. Just go through. It doesn't really sit right. Like that looks fine, but from the side it looks, I don't know, goofy. It doesn't look right. It doesn't sit the best. I would have expected it to, I don't know, sit on the figure just a little bit better. It looks wrong, in my opinion. So I don't love that. I don't love this head sculpt. Everything else I'm super happy with. Let's go over the hands. Gosh, I'm super into this video, and I haven't even gotten to the figure yet. We have, of course, the hands on the figure, and then we have this nice throwing star hand. The throwing star is sculpted into the hand, so you have one more weapon, technically, in a way. And then this hand's kind of interesting. I think this is meant for, like, climbing type of thing. So if you had a ledge, which I have one up here, which you can't see, I guess it kind of holds on. It doesn't really hold on to that ledge very well. I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's for a gun? Does it fit onto a gun? I don't know what this hand's for. If you guys know what this is for down in the comments, please let me know, because I don't really know what this is for. It's clear something is meant for this. Maybe the line launcher? Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't really, if it had a hole right here, I would assume you could like fish a string through, and then you could have him like down a line or something like that. I don't know. But you have that. This, like I mentioned, it comes off. It's all the grenades. I wish the grenades came off the belt, but they don't. And that is all the accessories. Like I mentioned, there's a crap ton, which is super annoying because Marvel Legends don't get the same treatment. But as far as the figure goes, like I mentioned, this head pops off super easily. All I gotta do is turn it, it's off. It doesn't, it's more like those figures where the head just kind of sits on there. It doesn't actually plop on there. I hate that. I hate that so much. But the look of the figure is pretty good. So you have this kind of knight-looking head sculpt. It's like a knight in shining armor type of thing. This kind of goes over the eyes. It's very different from the movie Snake Eyes. This is much more, less ninja, more guy wearing cool mask type of thing, I guess. I don't know. But you have straps and belts and buckles all over his torso. This belt right here, which does move a little bit. It's kind of annoying how often these things move because, like, with these arm things, they just keep falling down like that, and it's hard to get them to stay up. I appreciate that they can move, but I also don't want them to keep falling down. So I don't know. A little annoying there. I wish let them move, but have them like plug into a hole so that they don't constantly move. And actually, now that I think about it, I think this is supposed to go like that. That makes more sense. You would want the pouch on the outside. Belt moves. These move up and down. They don't move as much, but they do still move. I managed to get them stuck, but like I said, when I opened the box, these were like down by his ankles, and it was kind of annoying. Just push it back up. I don't know why I pulled it all the way back down. That was kind of dumb of me, but they do move. So just so you know, same with that one. I'm not going to move that one though. I like the way he looks. I'm just kind of frustrated by some of these smaller things that are kind of annoying. The boots, the knee pads, all that looks good. This is nice and textured, so you can feel it. This is not textured, but this is. But it looks good. All of it looks good. Feels fine, I guess. It feels a little weird. And it's not pinless, which is kind of annoying. This is windowless packaging, so this is relatively recent, so this should be pinless, to be perfectly honest. I know you get a lot, but this was also like almost a $50 figure at retail. I know I got it for cheap, but that doesn't mean those who didn't get it for cheap didn't get something that they shouldn't have. Yeah, figures should always be pinless in 2023, 2024. I would assume this came out in 2023, relatively recently. So a little disappointed there, but the pins are relatively small. But like, look at that. That just looks so wrong on this figure. I don't know. Articulation wise, so we saw some of the head. Like I said, it pops off. You can see the neck moves with the head. It just doesn't want to spin on the ball. Like, this ball is maybe a bit too, I want to say big, maybe? I don't know. It does move, of course. I'm like lifted above where it's supposed to be. It moves. It's on a disc, so you can see it goes back like so. Forward like so. Pops off again. This head just doesn't want to stay on. And then, of course, the neck articulation rotates all the way around. Or not rotates, but you know what I mean. It probably does rotate all the way around. But it moves all in all directions. So arms come up to about right there. Gosh, that is a tight arm. Is it blocked? Is that the most it can go? It's like blocked, so it doesn't want to go. I don't want to break it. It doesn't want to go any higher than that because of the sculpt on the arm. That cannot be the height. Like, there's no way that's the highest that can go. It's like blocked in 2 points because there's that little sculpt right there, and then the way this is shaped, it sticks out too far. Bummer right there. Butterfly joints, of course, so it can go back like so. Here, hold on. I gotta bring it up. Back, forward. Nice butterfly joints, I'd say. Relatively decent. Rotation here at the bicep, rotates all the way around. Double jointed elbows, comes up to about right there. Because of this specific hand type, the wrist goes up and down and rotates all the way around. But the other hands, I assume, yes, they go in and out, and then they would also go all the way around like so. Ab crunch, we have the basic standard ab crunch. Actually, no, we don't. We have cool ab crunch. So we have the ab crunch right there that goes back to about right there, goes forward to about right there, and then down by this belt area, he's on that style of ab crunch that I love so much. So he can go side to side, he can go back like so, side to side, forward like so, making a deep bend, and then of course, damn it, see, that's what I mean. These fall down. Go back up, thank you, please. If you add the legs into it, he of course can bend super, super deep. I do appreciate that. Of course, the legs come up to about right there. Nice. Actually, they go super high. Nice kick in the air. They can go backwards. He can do the splits. He can do the super duper splits. Is that a drop down hip? What is going on there? Is that just not cut plastic? It kind of looks like a drop down hip. Yeah, that's a drop down hip. Pull down, push up. Yeah, drop down hips. Not too shabby. I do like these. They're not egregious in any way, so I like those. They don't look absurd when they're pulled down, and then they give you a nice range of motion. Swivel here at the thigh rotates all the way around. There goes the thing. I'll just move it out of the way. Double jointed knees, not pinless, but they go to about right there. Let's just take that off completely. Swivel at the boot, rotates all the way around. Ankle goes down, ankle goes up, and swivel all the way around like so. That is it for the Snake Eyes. Compared to the other two G.I. Joe figures that I have gotten, a little disappointed, but it's still a great figure. They just can't all be 10 out of 10s, you know what I mean? But I still like this figure. I think this figure is cool. There's some issues I have with it, like this falling down, the head popping off, not being penless, of course, but it comes with a cute little doggy and a ton of accessories. So overall, for $11, this is a major, major, major win. But I also have to account for the people who bought this at retail, and I'd say for $40, I'd be a little disappointed for what you get here. Like I said, none of the guns are painted. All the issues that I already just mentioned, but it articulates well, it looks good, it feels good. I think this is a great figure, so if you can find it for $11, please, by all means, buy it. Any more than, say, $30, I wouldn't. I'd be comfortable at buying this at $30. $40 to $50, pass. Hard pass. Wait for a sale type of thing. And then anything below 30, I'd say you get your money's worth at that price. But I like this figure. I think I'm going to start getting more and more G.I. Joes as I find them. Like I said, I want to get like Duke, that one guy. I think his name's Roadblock, now that I think about it. Or something like that. Something weird. It's a code name, so it's one of those weird names. I've seen figures of him, and I always thought he looked cool, but that was back when I wasn't looking at G.I. Joe figures, so... gosh, he just looks so sad the way he's posed. You're a happy puppy. You're just chilling. You're just like, you're taking a snooze and somebody said something, so you perk your head up. That's what's going on there, right? Yeah, I like this figure. I like all the accessories that it comes with mostly, but the figure itself is also pretty cool, so... let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. All the things YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well. And I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.